Hi, this is Jim Peters and talking today about is your retirement plan underperforming and how you can adjust it. So at the end of this video, you'll have the opportunity if you like to click for our newsletter or also click for our calendar to discuss this more at length. Feel free to, or if you simply want to drop us an email, I'd love to hear back from you and get some feedback. So for a lot of you, you've really worked on having a great retirement. You put money into your IRA or your 401k, maybe a combination of the two, and you've really been thinking and excited about the possibility of retiring one day. On the other hand, maybe some of you already are retired, so we'll talk about both aspects. But saving money in your retirement plan is great. It can help you build a nice nest egg. However, if the market hasn't been performing or your investments haven't been performing, it could be a real disappointment. You have now retirement accounts, say of 400,000, you're hoping it would be 600,000, and there's a gap between your goal and your dream. So here's some of the things that you can do, or maybe some of the tips that might help you with an underperforming retirement portfolio, retirement plan, and adjust it accordingly. So the first thing to consider is, what if your savings fall short? Well, sadly, you're not alone. There's a study by the U.S. government that almost 50% of households aged 55 and above have no retirement savings. So hats off to you for those of you that do have retirement savings. Now, most Americans start their retirement savings when it's too late. And so therefore, when they have 20 to 30 years into retirement, sadly, a lot of times Americans don't have enough saved. And so the options of catching up and achieving their retirement dream is much more difficult. For example, so let's say you're age 65, you saved 100,000 and you intend to retire when you're 67. So your savings might be short, may not last for the full 25 to 30 years of retirement that you're hoping to. So some of the things you might think of doing is maybe consider retiring later, or possibly, say like 5 years later, or possibly working part-time. Those might be things to consider that can help you if your retirement savings are falling short. Now, what if your investments are not performing as desired? Well, you could, look at, in terms of what you're saving into that 401k and the IRA, what has the compounding been doing for you? Are you getting the optimal gains that you're hoping to get from having a good portfolio? Do you have a good portfolio? Also, if it's not performing as well as you were hoping it to, some of the things you can look at is seeing, have your investments been earning something similar to the S&P 500 or similar to the Russell 3000 or whatever the index is that would match closest to your investments? If they're not matching that, then you probably need to make some changes to that portfolio. So third thought would be, when your expenditures rise as you enter retirement or are in retirement. So in retirement, various things can kind of change our retirement plan or change the way that we're operating in retirement. Like, for example, what if a chronic illness pops up for you as you head into retirement or when you are retired? And suddenly now you have $5,000 more a year that you have to shell out for treatments and for medications. You need to come back to that retirement plan that you have and make adjustments. Another example would be, what if you reassessed at home or you had the tax values of your home reassessed and your property taxes went up by $3,000? Well, again, you need to go back to that retirement plan and make changes. So it's important to note that all the retirement savings that you have in retirement, you need to monitor them closely before retirement and during retirement. If they're underperforming, then you need to make changes. Look at them not just before you retire, but after. And then once you are in retirement, you need to monitor your savings, review your investments, keep track of your budget, and anticipate unforeseen expenses in retirement. For any further questions, or if you'd like help with the retirement plan or help with how do you adjust your investments because they are underperforming, again, feel free to contact either me or my team, and hope you make it a great day.